decade, the Irish have had their fair share of issues with teams from the so-called Group of Five. And today, they meet the cream of the crop, a playoff team from a year ago who sees this as nothing more than a golden opportunity. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do.
There he goes! That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They're going to ride this running back. Pass mistakes, and he may get more. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, that's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Eric Harsegian, Newt Rockne, Lou Holtz. Those guys would love what they're seeing right now. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, wearing the defense down, running the football when they know you're going to do it. This is Notre Dame football to a T. Beautiful.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking for space. It's locked. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. That's caught. It's Price. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it down 1st and goal. Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Flips it out on the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now it's 2nd and goal. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Irish. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Boise State's offense will go to work for the first time. They sure hope that that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they tried the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Broncos will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here come the Irish back on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Nice run there. Doesn't it just feel like Notre Dame football when you see that, too? You know, you got touchdown Jesus looking down, and one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to have.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. From the gun, the ground game. Shakes off the defender. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. On first down, here comes this offense. Holds and fires complete to the right. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's Fields. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Handoff from the gun. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. To the air, it's Madsen. Got him downfield. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. That's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, he coughed it up. God, big mistake, but here's the thing. I'm going to run my quarterback. I got to pick my spots, but he's got to understand when I can take hits, when I get in trouble.
He'll take a shot. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. A shot toward the end zone, and they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football.
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, but we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Wisconsin dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go.
Turning it on! And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Scanning the field, it's Madsen. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got an open man. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. And the Broncos are on the move. On the run, it's Riley. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sherrod. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The Broncos will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Fires to the tight end. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Second and goal for this offense. Wants to go up top. Quick strike complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Cutting it close now with third and goal upcoming. Looking to throw again. Touchdown, Broncos! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to throw, it's Carr. Grabbed behind the line, it's Love. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He now has 85 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Quick pass on the jet motion. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. At the 45 on its way. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Rush is on him. Caught in the backfield. It's Love. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. With the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish!
Man, oh man, what a day. His third touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ford. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Boise State ready to send up that offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking for space. It's Lively. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After the short completion, do they go for the big one on third down? Back to pass, it's Madsen. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Broncos will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here come the Irish back on offense. Got it in the middle. It's Fields. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Power football with the run.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Caught behind the line. It's Price. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on third and short. They'll give it to the back. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Gets it to him on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw. It's Carr. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Notre Dame! A great catch and run for 6. He'll try to tack on one more.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
And he passes on, and the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he's going to try to return this one. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Under fire. He's going to run it. He goes out of bounds across the 15 at the 16. That's a solid pickup on that one. The Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds. On first down from their own 22. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Riley. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. Snagged in the middle. It's Wagner. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. And the Broncos want to pick up the tempo. To the air. It's Madsen. Caught over the middle. It's Riley. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Punch it out of the air.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. These corners going to give these receivers some space.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th down.
And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. Is that guy's foot human? My goodness, did he hammer that ball from distance. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas there in the shadows of touchdown Jesus.
end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. To the air, it's Madsen. And a sack all the way back at the 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Broncos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gonna swing it on second down. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now facing third and short from their own 17. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright and the least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Out of the gun, the inside give. Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on third and short. Using his legs at slot. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's caught. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Love. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Irish. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Got the first down and still on his feet. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll ride the hot hand.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's got him. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert third and short. Dropping back, it's Madsen. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
Man, oh, man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Here come the Irish back on.
This dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Florida State has the lead at this time, but there haven't been quite as many tomahawk chops today as we expected. This is close. They're up by 4 over Miami. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quarterback on the keeper. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. They send the tight end in motion. The play action fake. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Looking to throw, it's Madsen. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Takes the handoff. It's locked. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's locked. Got room at the 35. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Got room to work. Turning it on. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. 2-point conversion attempt is coming. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Fires to the big fella.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
He's going to throw deep right side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Makes it past the marker. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Back to pass, it's Carr. Pocket breaking down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Here's the handoff. Hard-hitting tackle. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Cody ruins the big gainer with a fumble. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He wants it all. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And the returner is stopped. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Got the first down, looking for more. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. The Broncos can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Right on the money. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. And the Broncos send out the punt unit. Man, these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Wants to bring it back. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with him. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. This offense has been teaching a master class on 4th down. Already 4 for 4, and they'll try it again. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. They're working that left side. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Wants to go up top. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he's already put 1 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. Between the uprights, it's good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They want that clock to run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. 1st and 10 for the offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting 1st down, so you have to be able to run it.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Got his man down the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They bring the punter onto them. Oh, trickeration. He's throwing it. Right down the middle. And the pass goes incomplete, and they rise up to stop the fake punt on 4th down. They managed to get the throw off, but couldn't get the completion. You always wonder, why not just leave the offense out there and run a pass play? Catch in the middle, it's 4. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Wagner. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.